Hi, this video blog is being brought to you by David Allen and Associates. It comes to you every week with breaking legal news. I'm David Allen. Foreclosures, home values going down. Hey, we've all seen that. The economy is in bad shape. Bad news. But what impact does that have upon you and your spouse, especially if things aren't going real well for you? Let's look in on our friends Jim and Joyce. Jim, I know you're upset. I know you're leaving. I know you want to leave. You want to break this off. But is this a good time for you to do that? Hey, this may not be a good time to really think about divorce. Why? Because the principal asset most couples have is their home. When the home decreases in value, what was once an asset becomes a debt. If the house has less value now than it did when you bought it, you're not talking about splitting up assets. You're talking about splitting up debt. Bad news. And we've seen a number of instances across the country where people have reconsidered moving forward on a divorce simply because of the economics. You know, in the end, we have to realize that marriage is really about two things. It's about property and it's about children. And when we're dealing with property and the marriage comes to an end, how do you divide that property? Well, we think it's easy to divide it 50-50, but what if that principal asset no longer has value? Heard bad stories on this, bad instances occurring. Instance in which one couple had decided they'll split the house evenly. They purchased it for $1.4 million. $1.4 million 14 years ago. Today, they thought, well, they're going to at least get $1 million out of this. They agreed to go ahead and sell it at auction and see what the highest bidder would bring. The highest bidder only brought $800,000, and they wound up with far less in that property settlement than either of them wanted. As a matter of fact, less than what they had paid for the house and less than what was owed on it. They wound up splitting a debt. Many couples look at this and say, well, I got to reconsider it. I'm not going to go forward on a divorce. Some couples have said, I'll go forward on a divorce and have my ex as a roommate. That, in fact, is what a lot of people are doing. And some states even have laws that specifically deal with this. Virginia, as an example, provides that when a couple divorces, they may share the same place. They have to do so, however, under certain regulations. That may sound strange, but one of the things they cannot do is hold themselves out as a husband and wife because they are no longer a husband and wife. Okay, so you're walking down that road that's going to lead to divorce. Is this a good time to do it? Is this a time when you might want to reconsider, in fact, holding off, living together, making this thing work, or alternatively, consider the hard consequences of what you're going to have when you have to split debt instead of assets. I'm David Allen. If you have any questions, drop us an email at the email address adjacent to this video blog or log on to davidallenlaw.com. We'll be happy to respond to your questions. We'll be happy to talk about them in our future video blogs. You've got questions, we've got answers. We're here for you. I'm David Allen.